Welcome to this explainer. I want you to start by just taking a slow, deep breath with me, right now, wherever you are. Today, we're exploring a deeply personal and often totally overwhelming season of life, the fourth trimester. And specifically, we're talking about the heavy weight of postpartum anxiety. We're going to carefully look at whether ASMR, Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, which uses soft, predictable sounds to trigger relaxation, can actually offer you a small, safe pocket of relief.
You know, they say that postpartum anxiety can feel like love with the volume turned way too high. And I want to validate that exact feeling for you, right out of the gate. If you're experiencing this, it is not a personal failure, and it doesn't mean there's a flaw in who you are. That intense, constant scanning of your environment, that is simply an overabundance of care. You care so deeply, and your biological drive to protect your child is running so powerfully that it can just feel entirely overwhelming. And that intense hypervigilance, well, it leads directly to a barrage of intrusive thoughts. Things like, is the baby breathing? Did I do that correctly? Oh my gosh, what if something happens? These thoughts completely hijack your ability to relax. Even when the room is finally quiet and the baby is safely asleep, your mind is just racing. It leaves your head terribly, exhaustingly loud at exactly the moment your body most desperately needs to rest.
Okay, let's dive into this. To help soothe our own nervous systems today, here's a predictable roadmap of what we'll cover. First, the fourth trimester overload. Second, why the brain stays alert. Third, ASMR as sensory support. Fourth, safe listening around infants. And finally, when to seek professional help.
Let's start with Section 1, the fourth trimester overload, a season of profound nervous system overload.
Which brings us right into Section 2, why the brain stays alert, where we'll look at the actual science of postpartum worry.
The months immediately following birth are often painted as this purely beautiful, peaceful bonding season. But for a lot of people, the reality is a massive collision of physical and emotional stressors. Between broken sleep, physical healing, shifting hormones, and the monumental responsibility of keeping an infant safe, your nervous system is biologically primed for threat detection. Research by Falah-Hassani, Shiri, and Dennis brilliantly documents this. Their reviews show that anxiety symptoms after birth are incredibly common, have a substantial prevalence, and frequently overlap with depression. This validates that the constant physical worry you're feeling is a clinical reality. It's not just ordinary tiredness, and it should absolutely not be dismissed.
Moving on to Section 3, ASMR as sensory support, acting as a low-demand counterweight.
Now, when your brain is already exhausted, traditional self-care, like a long meditation or journaling, can actually feel like just another burden on your to-do list. That is where we define an ASMR support tool as a sensory landing place. We are firmly separating this from a medical cure. Instead, think of it as a 3-minute reset amidst all the unpredictable cues of postpartum life. The sudden crying, the revolving door of visitors, the physical changes. It simply gives your nervous system something gentle and completely predictable, and it requires absolutely zero energy from you. And the general science cautiously backs up this soothing effect. Studies by Barat and Davis show users report real relaxation and sleep support. Borio and colleagues actually found that ASMR responders experienced a reduced heart rate. Plus, a 2021 review by Yang and colleagues noted that music therapy shows serious potential to reduce postpartum anxiety and pain. Now, we have to be careful not to overclaim here. The ASMR studies weren't specifically conducted on postpartum parents, but they collectively demonstrate how predictable sound can positively influence your physiological arousal and emotional state when you are highly stressed.
This brings us to a critically important part of this explainer, Section 4, safe listening around infants. These are essential guidelines for the fourth trimester. When using any kind of sound therapy around a baby, the guardrails are completely non-negotiable. Because ASMR is literally designed to lower your arousal, you must use it in a way that never, ever compromises your ability to respond to your child. Step 1. Keep the volume low. You always need to be able to hear important baby sounds. Step 2. Use only one earbud, or honestly better yet, just play it softly through a speaker in the room. And step 3, which is absolutely critical. Never use noise-canceling headphones when you are the sole person responsible for the baby. That technology should only be used if another trusted adult is in the room and actively monitoring the infant. No exceptions.
That leads directly to our final section, when to seek help, establishing firm boundaries for mental health care.
There is zero ambiguity when it comes to professional care. ASMR is only for when you need a quick 3-minute reset for general tiredness, or you just need a soft sensory anchor in a very noisy day. But if you are experiencing severe anxiety, panic attacks, intrusive and frightening thoughts, deep depression, or absolutely any thoughts of harming yourself or your baby, you need and deserve immediate, professional medical support. An audio tool is absolutely not a substitute for therapy, medication, or emergency care. Sleep deprivation can severely intensify these symptoms, and we have to take that seriously.
I want to bring us back to an essential truth before we finish. Postpartum anxiety is not a character flaw. It's not a failure. It is a nervous system under enormous load. Wherever you are right now, I invite you to just let your shoulders drop 1 centimeter. Let your jaw unclench. Feel the surface under your body supporting you. You are not failing and you are not ungrateful. You are carrying an enormous, heavy load, and you deserve deep compassion right now, not self-judgment. So we'll end this explainer with a question for you to take away. What sound helps you feel even slightly more grounded? Is it a soft, whispering voice, the sound of gentle rain, or maybe a familiar lullaby from your own childhood? I really encourage you to think about that today. ASMR and sound support can be one soft tool among many. It can help create a tiny pocket of quiet, making the room feel just a little less lonely. Ultimately, it's a powerful reminder that care can, and absolutely should, flow towards you, the parent, too. Thank you for joining me for this explainer, and please take gentle care of yourself.